That's what he was in fact saying. You're like Christians. You're like non-Muslims. If you have the ability to make Hajj and you're not making Hajj. And he was also quoted as saying that those having the ability to make Hajj and not doing so are in fact Christians or Jews. And Ali, the fourth caliph, was also quoted as saying that whoever is able to make Hajj and does not do so will die like that, a death like that of the Christian or a Jew. And the Imam spoke to the community, pointing out that people spend great wealth, large amounts of monies on their material life and have neglected Hajj in many instances. He then pointed out that in the past, trying to show that there really is no excuse for people, particularly here, to make Hajj, not make Hajj. And the fact that he's speaking about it means there are a number of people here, as surprising as it might seem to us, who have come from distant lands to come and work here. Oftentimes, most people tend to come with the idea in mind that we can make Hajj. First opportunity, we'll go and make Hajj, Or a person accepts Islam and, the idea of going to make Hajj is something immediate in their minds. It's close by, before you go back to your country. It may be surprising for us to hear that, but there are many people here who have lived their lives very close to Mecca. You have people even living in Jeddah. Jeddah, 100 kilometers plus away from Mecca, not making Hajj. So he was pointing out that in the past, people, when they went to make Hajj, this was like the journey of a lifetime. Hajj would take years. You had people leaving from West Africa, for example. They would set out, it's a journey, taking years. That's it. When they're going, they made their will and, because there was no return. Oftentimes, many people who made Hajj didn't come back. Either they died on the way or they died after making it there or they just, settled. Went elsewhere. Hajj was the journey of a lifetime. As I said, it took years. As time went on, it shifted down to months, etc. Yet, now, today it is easy to get on a plane. It's a matter of a couple of hours from Riyadh. To get into Hajj, come back. Very simple, easy process. So really, there is no excuse for not making Hajj, particularly for those people who are in this area, who have the means. And in the second part of the khutbah, he praised those people who took their children and their women, the people who they are guardians over. A man is guardian over maybe his mother, his father is dead, his sister, she's not married, his daughter, his wife. And these people, these women, according to Islamic law, they are not required to make Hajj unless they have a guardian to accompany them. Hajj is compulsory on them, as it is compulsory on males. However, there is an added principle which goes beyond economic ability, which is that of having a guardian. Because the trip of Hajj is a difficult trip. And a woman can easily be harmed in the course of that trip. So Islam has made it compulsory for her to have with her a guardian to protect her through the course of her journey. So he praised those men who saw this responsibility on their hands and took their families, the women in their families on Hajj. And the children, of course, children, it's not compulsory. A child who is under the age of puberty, it's not compulsory to make Hajj for that child. However, if you take the child for Hajj, then you get the reward of taking the child for Hajj. It is, Allah will reward you for that act. The child, it is no reward in it for that child because the child has not reached the age of puberty. It's not compulsory on the child. So when the child reaches the age of puberty, it then becomes compulsory on that young person whenever they have the economic means to go ahead and do it. But prior to that time, when you take a child, you get the reward for taking that child. Getting the child familiar or, to appreciate the blessings and the sacrifices of Hajj. He also mentioned that Aisha, the wife of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, the third wife, had asked the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ if there was jihad for women. And the Prophet ﷺ, jihad meaning jihad in the sense of going out and taking up arms, fighting for the defense of Muslim states or for the spread of Islam or whatever. He asked, and she asked that, and he said yes. However, the jihad for them is one which does not involve fighting. It is Hajj and Umrah. So this is jihad for women, an opportunity for them to gain the kind of rewards that men gain when they go out and fight jihad. They have that opportunity in making Hajj and Umrah. So it becomes the duty of the males to avail themselves of the opportunities to gain blessings for themselves by taking their women on Hajj. And he mentioned that it's really a shame that there are many mothers here in the kingdom and wives who have grown old and have never made Hajj. So he closed up the khutbah by encouraging people not to delay on the Hajj and to remember that we have a duty to thank Allah for the blessings that He has given us. The period of Hajj is coming. Those of us who are able should avail ourselves of that opportunity to show our thanks to Allah, not in just words saying Alhamdulillah, which we should say anyway, with meaning, but by allowing the sincere intention of thanking Allah to be manifest in our actions by sacrificing of our time and our wealth in Hajj to thank Allah and to gain from the spiritual opportunities that exist in Hajj for our self-purification. So that was the basic summary of the khutbah as far as I was able to grasp. If there was anything in the khutbah that I missed of the statements which the Imam made, and he made a lot of statements, I'm trying to write as quickly as I can, but there will be one or two things that will miss me. Was there anything? Anybody picked up anything? If there are any comments or questions anybody would like to ask now concerning the concept of thanking Allah for the blessings He has given us and showing that thanks through the various acts of worship, in particular the Hajj, please.
If somebody cannot afford to go for Hajj and somebody else is paying for it. Now, let's forget about the one who goes, but that's the receiver of tickets, whatever, money, everything. Can he consider that he has to go for Hajj as anybody else?
In terms of what? The reward?
Let's say, yes, in terms of reward. Let's say you cannot afford to go for Hajj. Okay, and I decided, you're a friend of mine, I decided to go to send you for Hajj. Okay, forget about the blessing you may have or not. See, does the Hajj count for you?
Yes. I mean, because once the money has been given to you, then it becomes possible for you to make Hajj. You now have the ability, which you didn't have before. So, I mean, the ability doesn't mean it has to be money necessarily that you earn. That's the norm.